very conscious that as we sit here in Aldershot, where we are today, we have from within our own area a recent case of 2 officers being seriously injured in the course of their duties and nearby to where we are today. How are you ensuring that our constabulary's morale and safety is being sustained to ensure they're able to focus on their work in keeping us safer?
Clearly the morale and safety of those who serve us in policing and beyond matters enormously, and as you say, our colleague PC Keith Palmer so tragically died, as did those other people on the bridge those days ago. And can I say thank you? We've had so much, even in Hampshire Constabulary, so many letters, we've had cakes in, just social media messages from people saying thank you for what you do, which has been wonderfully received and appreciated by all my colleagues. And we've been really struck by that, bearing in mind it was London, it wasn't here, but we had that kind of support, which is superb. But clearly the morale and safety of our colleagues here matters enormously. We did have the very serious attack on 2 police officers here in Aldershot a few weeks ago. Thankfully, one of those is already back at work, and I anticipate the other one will be hopefully this week. And I'm hoping to see both of them with their team on Friday morning and joining them at their shift there. That was a clearly very unrelated matter, but thankfully it doesn't happen very often that someone should be as injured as they were, and I take that very seriously indeed, and it concerned me a very great deal that it happened. So what do we do about it? Well, police officers and staff are expected to move towards danger as opposed to away from it. They are expected to go into situations to keep the public safe. That's our duty, and one that we take seriously and are honoured to do. And there's lots of things that my job is to, as their chief constable, to make sure that they have the training and the equipment they need to do that as well as they possibly can. Now that means everything physically, from the body armour, from handcuffs, from the asps that they carry. We have a number of officers who carry tasers, about 350 across constabulary area carry tasers. That's in addition to our firearms officers. We have recently, as people may well know, rolled out spit guards across the constabulary area, and that was a very carefully thought through and widely consulted on decision, which I'm very confident in, because the reality was over the last year 120 officers and staff were deliberately spat at, and usually that includes blood, and it's a deliberate attack, which I'm sure people can imagine what that feels like, and then the worry that someone has when they have to wait for various tests and the results of various tests to know if they're infected or not. So that has real impact on people's personal lives. So there's a lot of physical things that we do to protect our colleagues. There has been a national uplift in firearms officers, which you've funded, Commissioner. Obviously, I'm not going to explain here the numbers, because clearly I wouldn't want that information to be in the wrong hands, but suffice to say, we have uplifted our numbers of firearms officers who are on our roads 24/7, as well as having their specialist assets as well. But that all counts as very kind of top end and physical protection. But actually, officers and staff keep themselves safest by speaking, by their communication skills, and we focus really heavily on training for all of us in how people should de-escalate through conversation, through body language, and indeed one of our own Assistant Chief Constable leads on that nationally as to how we as a service can make sure that we are doing our very best to take the sting out of what can be a risky or a hostile situation.